Hi, this is Maritza from Maritza Concepcion Intuitive Consultants. I am a psychic life coach. The following is a video from my live show from an anonymous caller. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Sophia.
Okay. And what is your question?
My question is, how is my, relationship status and where it is going, and how I'm going to be in next, what is my future? I don't know, that's what my question. Basically,
Okay.
relationship status.
Oh, the relationship status in the future. Okay, wonderful. Give me just a second, please.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Alrighty. Okay, so what I see here is that the prior relationships, it's almost like it was a lot of work for you, keeping your relationships going and keeping a level of happiness and things like that. I almost kind of feel like you're kind of trapped in this whole idea of my relationship should be this way, but it's almost like sometimes, well, in your past, right, you had relationships that you worked so hard to keep, but then they fall short um 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 of staying power. It's almost like they lose interest, or you lose interest and you're like, this is not going to work for me, or the person's taking too much of you and not giving you enough. But with that being said, I've two, four.
Hello?
Have you been seeing someone lately?
Yeah, I'm seeing someone.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
uh-huh.
Okay. So I almost kind of feel like have if you haven't seen this person for 7 months, I think that you guys have a little bit of um an issue with communication and giving and taking. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah, I'm seeing him. How long I'm seeing him? Can you tell me?
I'm
Like
sorry.
how long I have been seeing this person?
To me, it looks like it's either 7 weeks.
No, it's
Um,
been almost 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so I do see somebody else coming in then in your life,
Like
but
when?
okay. So when is another question,
No,
but
tell me about yeah. Tell me about this one.
this
Like
one here, okay,
after.
it's you guys' communication has to get better. The communication is an issue, and the connection sometimes is not there. Does that make sense? It's almost like you're present, but then you're not. He's present, and then he's not. Let's say, and I'll give you an example of that. It's almost like if you're at dinner, you guys are conversating, but his head is somewhere else, or your head is somewhere else. Like you're thinking about, oh my goodness, I gotta do this, that, and the other. It's not. It's almost like you guys are not connecting like you used to. Does that make sense?
Okay.
And
Yeah.
yeah,
Kind
it's
of.
almost like you keep pushing, 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 and
Yeah.
there's no pushback. Does that make sense? It's almost like you push, he doesn't do much, and then he pushes, and then you pushing, and it doesn't work. Does that make sense? It's almost like, again,
Yeah.
today all the calls so far has made me feel like today is all about finding that happy. You have to find that happy within that relationship, and if you cannot find that, it's best for you to remain friends. Does that make sense? Because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, that relationship that you're in at the moment. You
So
know,
should I be friend with him, or not, just not to be friend at all?
you know what? You just asking me that question, you made up your mind already. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it's a very interesting situation you're in, but I almost kind of feel like don't compromise. You're happy. If you're not happy, it's okay for you to let them know that and say, hey, you know what? Let's be friends. We can still be cordial. We can be part of each other's lives, but maybe not in a relationship. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Well, good luck to you, and thank you so much for calling, and I'll be right back
And
with the
when
next
that
caller.
will happen?
I'm sorry?
When that will happen? No, when that will end? Like, should I just end it now?
Oh, that's another question. um, I, let's see here. I think that it's difficult for us to give time frames. Okay, and I did mention my disclaimer in the beginning. Um, I think when right now my card is not giving us a time frame. It's more of when you feel that things are balanced with you guys, that you can actually have a comfortable conversation. That's when you let that person know, because right now everything's up and down, up and down, up and down. So when you find that medium way, I think that would be the best time for you to let that person know.
And when the new person will come?
Oh, that's another question, honey. You're gonna have to call again for that particular question, because I've already given you two questions, so I have some other people waiting. But I do appreciate you calling in, and
Yeah.
you can either do a private consultation or call me next Wednesday. Okay?
Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate
You're
that.
welcome.
Thanks for watching. If you're interested in a private consultation, you can contact me on any social media links in the description box.